Boxing's always been popular in Mexico because it gives poor people a chance to get to the top. Boxing isn't a middle class sport, it's not, certainly not an upper class sport, it's a working class sport. It's a way to actually pull yourself out of poverty, to become rich, to become successful, to become an idol. Many young Mexican people who practice boxing look to idols. They look to people like Juan Manuel Marquez, his brother, Rafael Marquez, Julio Cesar Chavez. They look to these people and think, they can do it, I can do it. I haven't got perhaps the opportunities that other people have got, but I've got two fists and I'm determined, I can be fit, and I want to try to get to the top. 30 or 40 years ago, Mexico was a cradle of boxing. There were thousands of people who were involved in boxing. It was an industry at that time, and it was like a conveyor belt of champions, one after the other. As time goes on and the standard of living goes up in many countries, you find that there aren't so many people who want to go into boxing because it's a very hard profession. People who watch boxing on television only see the person who's giving out the punches. They don't understand that not only do you have to give them out, you also have to receive them, and it hurts to be punched in the face. They do call boxing the hardest sport of them all, and I would agree with that. Mexican boxers come to fight. They don't come to put on an exhibition of the noble art, boxing, hit and don't be hit. They wade in and they start throwing punches from beginning to end. They will fight until the very last second to try and win. And that's what differentiates Mexican boxers from many other nationalities. Their sheer grit, their sheer determination. It's not a question of winning, it's a question of willpower. Who wants to win the most? And many of these boxers come, remember, from very poor backgrounds. They have to win. They've got nowhere to go if they lose, and so they understand this far better than you or I would. And so there's enormous motivation, but also because of their tough, hard upbringing, given no luxuries, no benefits, no one ever gave them anything in their life, they have to take it with their own hands, their own fists. Ignacio Nacho Beristain, he's a genius as concerned a trainer. He gets the best out of his fighters, but also, obviously, with the quality of champions that have been there, it attracts people who potentially will be champions, people who are determined to become world champions, and it takes enormous sacrifices. The level of competition, the determination, the courage, the skills, the combination of those which makes boxing so unique. The example of Margarito getting badly beaten, terribly beaten by Manny Pacquiao, and somebody afterwards said to him, "Why did you carry on? You should have stopped, you should have called it a day, you had no chance of winning." He said, "I'm Mexican, we always fight to the end."